Welcome into SWOSUathletics.com. I'm John Little, alongside Zach Britton for this week as we talk a little SWOSU football. Zach, thanks so much for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it.
No problem.
At center for the Southwestern Bulldogs. Wanted to get an offensive lineman in here. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of love. Right now, you guys offensively have had a tough couple weeks.
Yeah,
man, it's been I know tough on you guys. But what gives you the confidence that you feel that you guys can get back to where you have been this year?
Just knowing where we can play, knowing that we, as an offensive unit, have put up 50 points before, and knowing that we have special weapons and all over the offense that can actually go out there and play every week, and we just have to be more consistent there. In the past 2 weeks, we haven't shown up, but this week will be different.
Is there something about road versus home with you guys, or is it more circumstantial right now what you're going through?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I think we need to bring more intensity on the road with us. It needs to travel with us. You know, at home you see us play at home and we're crazy out there. I think we kind of use the crowd and go feed off the crowd, but on the road that shouldn't be an excuse. So.
Absolutely. Well, you were here last year. You saw the homecoming crowd a year ago, and there have been some really great crowds at home, like you said. That gets you guys fired up, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. So what about East Central coming in? Because they're a team that has won 4 straight ball games. They're riding high. They're coming off a crazy win themselves. If you look at the numbers from last week's game, what are you excited about in playing East Central?
Getting the opportunity to take down a good team. We did it against Wichita, and I still feel like if we would have shown up against the past 2 teams we played, we could have done it to them too. So I really believe that against East Central that we'll have a really solid chance.
Is there anything to be said for, the last 2 games you guys were seeing 3-man fronts for the first time?
Yeah.
A little bit different, guys can be coming from all angles. Yeah. Is there anything to be said for that change-up, created some problems for you guys?
I think it created a little bit of problems, but that's still, once again, not an excuse to, we have a very good offensive line, and I know if we go out there and give our best, that we're better than any defensive line. So I think we just need to come out there this week, because they run a 3-front also, occasionally. So we just have to come out there and be prepared for it, be more prepared.
Absolutely. So you guys have a lot of confidence in your offensive line. Where do you feel like your strengths are as a line?
I definitely have to say our pass pro is very, very strong. We've all been playing together for a while, and we're all very good friends. So I think that helps a lot. There's not really a weak link on our offensive line.
Absolutely. As far as, does that mean that you feel like the weakness is the run game, or do you see something else there as maybe a point to improve on as the season goes on?
I see our running game. We need to improve on it, but of course, I would like to improve on everything. Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. Is it kind of cool? I know you guys are going to hate losing Butler to the left of you, but is it kind of cool that you guys are all so young, that you have the possibility of the rest of the 4 of you guys playing together maybe for 3 years?
Yes, that is, we've talked about it before, but, we're focused on the offensive line right now. So
I understand. Tell me about the situation this offseason where you and Butler ended up trading places there. What went into that conversation? Who brought it up? How did that happen?
Yeah, so I've been a center my whole life, and I get to SWOSU, and the old offensive line coach puts me at tackle and guard, and Nate's a center, and he's never played center before, and I haven't had a bad snap since 8th or 9th grade. And we were once Coach Iskey came in, we came in and told him, hey, we should definitely make this switch, or at least try it out during spring football. And we did, and it ended up working out for the better.
Yeah, you guys both feel very comfortable then in it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, going into this week, what do you feel like the main keys are? We talked about, hey, we want to be better. Yeah. We want to be more consistent, but is there anything X's and O's wise, or just any points of emphasis that you guys are kind of taking into this week as an offensive line?
Definitely focusing on preparation. I would have to say we're going up against a good defensive line this week, and we're going to have to prepare at every position to go against every position they have. Usually we look at twists and stunts that they do, but this week we got to focus a lot on the individual themselves as well, because they're, like I said, they have two very good DNs that are long and powerful, very tall, and two pretty big defensive tackles. So we're going to have to find stuff to beat them with.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Welcome back into SWOSUathletics.com. On Friday night, the Carnegie Wildcats got a big goal line stand against Cordell to hold on to a victory against the Blue Devils, knock them from the ranks of the unbeatens. And then on Saturday, Clinton Horn, the former Carnegie Wildcat, comes up with a big stop at the goal line to help SWOSU turn away from Southeastern. That's called synergy. That's an intro. What do you think? You like it?
I like that.
It's storylines, absolutely.
I like it a lot.
I know you're proud of your guys down at Carnegie.
Oh, yeah, they're doing good this year.
Absolutely, and we're proud of you as well. Tell me about that goal line stand, man. Let's go back to, all right, it's 4th down. Looks like that offense is staying on the field. They called the timeout. They come back out. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, they're on the half-yard line, so they're more than likely going to run the ball. Coach G puts us in a heavy front, moves me and DJ to ends, Big Z and George and Two Eyes, I think, what they're at. And so I'm just thinking I got to get off the ball, got to make a pile, cause hectic, do something. And, well, he comes off into me, I get off the block, and I was lucky enough to be there to make the play. I was put in a position to do it. So.
Absolutely. You were right there, made a great stop and turn him away. And for the game, you had 6 tackles on defense. That's one of the best, most productive games by a defensive lineman for SWOSU this year. What do you think worked well for you, I guess, in that particular game?
Well, I think you go back to the play calling and the preparation we had last week. We prepared well. We knew that we matched up size-wise well with their offensive line. Coach G, with formations and line movements, was able to put us in positions to be successful, and I think that really helped us out across the board. So
Absolutely. Hold them to 8 points, couple field goals, really hold them to 6 points, come out on the losing end. I know some teams can be like, well, it's defense against offense here. You're not pulling your weight. You're not pulling your weight. Why is this team different than that?
Well, either way, we gave up 337 yards of offense. I mean, it's a shutout for their defense. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean,
you didn't play as well as their defense
yeah,
did. Is what
that's
you're saying.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So sometimes the ball rolls your way, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, that's just I don't really understand.
Just focus on your job.
Just focus on your job. Yeah.
Absolutely, and get it done. We're talking with Clinton Horn. Tell us about the process for you, because you came here as pretty much a walk-on.
Yeah.
And just slowly and surely you've stuck around and earned your playing time, man. What has it been like for you?
It's a grind, and I love every minute of it. I mean, I love making friends with all these guys. We're all brothers. We're a family, and I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I mean, just love the grind.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it keeps you going.
Yes.
Is it something that you plan to stick with all the way, through your senior year at this point?
Oh yeah, definitely. No quitting now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're most of the way through. You're 4/5 of the way through. Let's keep going here.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about what you're focusing on here at school.
Well, I'm a double major in healthcare administration and business management, so I plan on to go into some kind of healthcare facility and administrate. Maybe a CEO one day.
What got you interested in that?
Well, I'm lucky enough to be Native American, so through the IHS, I think they set me up maybe one day and be a CEO of some kind of hospital in IHS.
I bet you can. I bet you can. Absolutely. So, I guess there's some power involved there too. I'm not trying to put words in here. Do you like being the guy in control, I guess is my question.
Yeah, definitely. I like being the top of the chart. Yeah.
Britton over here saying, yeah, he likes being in control. He likes being in control. What's led to you guys defensively playing a lot better over the last couple weeks? I know you pointed out the yards per game. Yeah, that could get a little bit better, but why are you guys playing better right now?
Well, I think each week we go into practice with a different mindset. I mean, we got to keep getting better. We bring the intensity a little higher each week, I think, and I think that as long as we continue to do that, we'll be successful on Saturday.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Saturday specifically against ECU. Obviously a tough team. They got the passing game working right now. They can score in bunches. What concerns you the most going into this one?
Well, their O-line's big and they're physical. We got to continue to work on our pass rush. We're not getting much pressure on the quarterback, and their quarterback likes to set in the pocket, and throw bullets. So, I mean, we got to continue to work on that and just bring the intensity and show up.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Clinton, thanks so much for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Mr. Horn there, defensive tackle for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. We are coming up on another big game week, homecoming 2015, as SWOSU takes on the East Central Tigers. Game starts at 5 o'clock, so make sure you're out there. I think the parade starts at 1:30, so get into town early. And just in case you can't make it to the game, we'll have the broadcast on 95.5 The Coyote with pregame starting at 4 o'clock. For the guys that join me, Zach Britton, Clinton Horn, I'm John Little for SWOSUathletics.com.